सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्तगोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। We finished 198, in which we saw स्वस्य दृष्टुर निर्गुणस्य अक्रियस्य प्रत्येक बोधानंद रूपस्य बुद्धेः भ्रांत्या प्राप्तो जीव भावो न सत्यः मोहापाये नास्त्य वस्तु स्वभावात्. So earlier in 197, Atma which was said to be asanga, nishkriya and nirakriti, that Atma cannot have any sambandha unless that sambandha itself is a bhranti. And it is elaborated here by saying swasya drashtuhu, one's own, for a drashta, Atma which is a sakshi, drashtuhu, nirgunasya, who is actually not a drishya. He can never become a drishya. A subject can never become an object. It is a knower, called as a knower because there is a known. There is a known prapancha or to be known prapancha or a prapancha which can be known. So that drishya which can be cognized, when that is there, with reference to that drishya, Atma becomes drashta. Atma is really neither the drashta nor the drishya. It can never become drishya, but it is not even drashta. As long as there is sakshya, it can also be called as a sakshi, but only with reference to something as an object, it becomes a subject. But Atma is really not a subject at all. So swasya drashtu nirgunasya. If it is nirguna, how can it be a drashta even? How can it have jivatva bhava and how can it become a jiva? It cannot. But this is all to explain from the perspective of the already bound. Already bound as a person who feels that he is a jiva, he is an individual. For that person, some explanation has to be given. None of this is satya. All this explanation itself is mithya, because to take away mithya, only mithya will work. To take away the poison has to be used. You can't use amrita there. So this is the tool to remove the mithya superimposition. So therefore drashtu is also mithyattvena, it is said as drashta. Swasya drashtu nirgunasya akriyasya pratyek bodhananda rupasya buddhe, who is the innermost self of everyone, and buddhi is what? This vijnanamaya kosha in the prakarana. This akriya and nirguna atma, nishkriya and nirguna atma, bhrantya prapta yaha jiva bhava, the jiva bhava which is bhrantya prapta cannot be satya. So if the shishya is thinking that it is anadi, therefore jiva bhava will also be anadi, and jiva bhava being anadi, since the vijnanamaya kosha is anadi, jiva bhava is anadi, sambandha is anadi, and therefore there will be no nasha. That is not true. Why? Because moha paye swabhavat yad avastu tan nasti. Moha, once this moha goes away, bhranti's effect is, once there is bhranti, once there is confusion, there is this delusion, the moha, and this after the moha goes, erroneous cognition, when that goes away, avastu, swabhavat yad avastu, which has got vastavya only from sadvastu, your association, that bhranti has got reality, that mohavastu has got reality, that avastu which has no reality, swabhavat tan nasti. Moha, once moha goes away, that avastu remains avastu, as in remains, as in you cannot even say asti, avastu asti. You can say avastu nasti only. Never was there and will not be there. Now also it is not there. So that was 198. In 199, पूर्व श्लोक चतुर्थ पादार्थम उपपादयति यावदिति. The fourth pada, which is mohapaye nasti avastu svabhavat, that is elaborated here. Bhagavad Padacharya elaborates this in this 199th shloka, that mohapaye svabhavat yadavastu tannasti. That he elaborates in 199 by saying यावद् भ्रान्तिस्तावदेवास्य सत्ता मिथ्या ज्ञानोज्जृम्भितस्य प्रमादात् रज्ज्वां सर्पो भ्रान्तिकालीन एव भ्रान्तेर्नाशि नैव सर्पोऽस्ति तद्वत्. How is it that mohapaye avastu nasti? Avastu is that mithya vastu which during the prapancha avastha there is a pratiti, therefore we accept that it has vyavharika satta. But satta is not there, satta is borrowed. Vyavharika satya means mithya. And what is mithya? Mithya is that which appears even if it is not existent. So that is mithya. And further, what happens from Paramarthika, what is the reality? Is it mithya? From Paramarthika is tuchya, it does not exist at all. From Paramarthika perspective, we cannot say it is mithya, because Paramarthika does not have any perspective. It is the only existent. So anything other than it is mithya. I mean, not mithya, sorry, non-existent. Anything other than it is non-existent from the Paramarthika perspective. And anything other than that is mithya from the Vyavharika perspective. So yavat bhrantihi, as long as there is bhranti, asya satta tavadeva bhavati. Tavadeva asya satta bhavati. Asya prapanchasya. And not only prapancha is what? It is cognized by this drashta who becomes a drashta only due to this jiva bhava. And this jiva bhava is due to this anadi kala vijnanamaya kosha sambandha. Sambandha with vijnanamaya kosha. And as long as bhranti is there, means avidya exists and its effects avidya karya exists, tavadeva asya satta. Mithya jnano jhrumbitasya pramadat. Why? Pramadat, due to pramada is what? Pramada is negligence, not doing what one is supposed to do. That is pramada. It is a fall. It is a fall from what one is supposed to do, from dharma. And what is that? Paramadharma is moksha. Wanting to get free from this samsara is moksha. So that pramada is falling from that, as in falling from the sadhana. If one is not inquiring into one's own swarupa, then one will continue in samsara, because this anadi jiva bhava will continue, will not fall off, because you have fallen off from sadhana. And a person who has never done sadhana, he does not have to fall, he has never climbed to fall. So here pramada is that mithya jnano jhrumbitasya pramadat, due to pramada, due to not inquiring into this tattva, which has come about by mithya jnana, which is due to a projection. It is an avidya karya, and not inquiring into that is which has come about, ujrimbita, which has come about due to this mithya jnana, that has caused this tasya pramadat. Rajjvam sarpo bhrantikalneva. In the example, just like in bhrantikala, sarpa is real. The fear that you feel looking at sarpa is real, but it is not real in the sense abadita. It will not that it will not have badha. Once Rajju is known as Rajju and not as sarpa, that time the sarpa will also go away. Bhrantikalneva. Only during bhranti, time of bhranti. Bhranter nashe sati. Once there is nasha of bhranti, then sarpaha nastyeva. Nastyeva means what? A person who has seen sarpa even as real, he has seen as real. But once this Rajju is known clearly, he says that this is Rajju, it is not sarpa. He does not say now it has become Rajju. He says that sarpa was never there. Na bhuto na bhavishyati. Sarpa was not there earlier. Even when I saw it as real, even when I was so afraid, I was scared and I was running, even at that point of time, sarpa was not there. So from that paramarthika satta, in the exemplified Paramarthika, just like when Rajju is seen. That time it was ever Rajju, Sarpa was never there. Was Sarpa Mithya? Sarpa is not Mithya for a person who knows Rajju, because he is no longer seeing Sarpa. It was Mithya when he was looking at Sarpa, it was real for him. Explanation given was it is Mithya, till he understands that it is Rajju which is appearing as Sarpa. Once that Sarpa Pratiti goes away, that Rajju is known clearly, then that person, as though from the Paramarthika in the example is knowing the Rajju as Rajju. From that perspective, Sarpa was never there, it is Tuchcha, it is non-existent Sarpa. So this has to be known clearly, otherwise a person will carry this Mithya forever and then get confused. So we see these days there are a lot of discussions which go on as to what is the sambandha between this avidya, maya and Brahma. Is that sambandha real? How do you say that it is vivarta? How is it that there can be even imagination, kalpita? If Brahma is real and it is advitiya, then how can it have maya sambandha also? If it cannot have maya sambandha, how can there be projection? We are saying that there is no sambandha at all. Sambandha is talked about as adhyasika, as mithya, only from Vyavaharika perspective. When Vyavaharika perspective itself is gone, there is no Vyavaharika at all, only Paramarthika exists, then there is no perspective even. Sitting in Vyavahara, we are analyzing what is the Paramarthika perspective. As from Paramarthika, there cannot be a perspective itself, there is nothing other than it, it alone exists. So from there, it is not mithya, it is tuchcha, nothing else exists, shunya. It is not Shunya Vada. Everything other than Purna has to be Shunya. From infinity, if you have to consider a perspective from infinity, everything else is Shunya. This is completely opposed to Shunya Vada, which says that even that infinity consciousness does not exist. That is their Buddhist Shunya Vada. We don't say that. We say exactly opposite that. To that we say from infinity there is nothing. So only infinity exists. Okay, let's go back to the Tika, which says Karyasya Mithyatvam Vaktum Karanam Vishinashti Mithya iti. So he says Karyasya Mithyatvam Vaktum. To Karyasya Mithyatvam, Karya is Mithya. How do you say Karya is Mithya? The product effect is Mithya. Karana has to be described. So he describes the Karana, he elaborates the Karana, and Karana is what? Hetu. Not Karana as in cause. He explains the Hetu, reasoning. What is the reasoning? Mithya. Mithya, Mithyatvam, Karyasya Mithya. To say that Karyatvam is Mithya, he gives the reasoning. That, what is the reasoning? He elaborates that Mithya here in the shloka. Mithya, so where? Here Mithya Jnana Ujrumbitasya. That is the Mithya Jnana Ujrumbitasya Pramadat. What is it? Karyasya Mithyatvam. Since it is come up due to Mithya Jnana, therefore it is Mithya. This is the reasoning. So Karanam is equal to Hetu, reasoning, not cause. Mithya Jnana Ujrum, and what is the Mithya iti? Mithya Jnana Ujrumbitasya, meaning Mithya Bhutam Adhisthana Sakshatkara Nivartyam Yad Ajnanam. That Ajnana, that Karya that you know, Sarpa, for example, is Mithya Bhutam. Why is it Mithya Bhutam? It is Mithya Jnana Ujrumbita. It is Mithya Jnana Ujrumbita means it is Mithya Bhutam, Mithyatvam Praptam. How has it attained Mithyatvam? That is Mithya, which is known as non-existent once its Adhisthana is known, once its substratum is known. So it is explained further as Adhisthana Sakshatkara Nivartyam, that which ceases to be once the Adhisthana Sakshatkara happens. When its Adhisthana is known clearly, then it ceases to be. That is Mithya, Mithya Bhutam. Tasmad Ujrumbitasya Sanjanitasya, that which has come up due to that Mithya Jnana, meaning that which is Mithya Bhutam, meaning which will go away once its Adhisthana is known. Tasmad Ujrumbitasya, which has come about from that which is not inquired into. that is sanjanitasya asya avastunah pramadat adhisthana aropya avivekat. Pramadat means it has come, what is this avidya karya? It is that which will go away once avidya goes away. Avidya goes away. When does avidya go away? Avidya goes away when vidya is strong. Vidya of the adhisthana is stronger than the avidya of the adhisthana, meaning when the opposing knowledge is stronger, vidya which opposes avidya and avidya which is opposed to vidya, both are countering each other. When vidya is stronger, adhisthana vidya, then adhisthana avidya will go away. Thereby rajju will be known as rajju. Thereby ujrumbita sarpa will go away. Ujrumbita sarpa will go away when adhisthana rajju sakshatkara happens. And here it is said pramadat means avastuna pramadat. Asya sanjanitasya asya avastuna, which sarpa was not there. Pramada means not inquiring into the reality of that, or non-reality. In this case, reality or non-reality of that sarpa. To inquire into sarpa is vidya. If you do not inquire into sarpa and take it as real, then that is pramada. And pramadat meaning adhisthana aropya avivekat, due to non-discrimination, not having done inquiry into the sarpa. Yavad bhrantihi viparita jnanam. Bhranti is what? Viparita jnanam. It is seeing sarpa. That is bhranti. Instead of rajju, viparita jnanam tavadeva satta astitvena pratiyamanatvam. What is satta? Pratiyamanat. It is not real. It is apparent reality. Pratiyamanatvam astitvena, as existent. Although sarpa is not there, it appears to be existent. That is called as satta here. Not trikalabadita satya, because it will go away in time, so much so that we will say that it was never there in 3 periods of time. It is not there. Tatra drishtantaha rajjvam sarpaha rajju ajnanat rajju sakshatkara badhyat pramadat purovakyaktu nayam sarpa iti viveka bhavat ujrumbitaha bhranti kaline eva yavat parentam ayam sarpa iti bhranti tavadeva stitaya pratiyate. As long as there is this bhranti that this is sarpa, so long it remains to be, it continues to be seen. Tatra drishtanta is given. That drishtanta is what? Rajjvam sarpa which is seen on rajju. Why? Rajju ajnanat. Due to not knowing rajju as rajju, you see rajju as sarpa. Rajju sakshatkara badhyat. It is that sarpa which will go away after rajju jnana, rajju sakshatkara. Pramadat purovyaktav na ayam sarpa iti viveka bhavat. Pramada is abhava of viveka, as what? The sarpa which is seen here is not sarpa. It is seen, but it is not sarpa. What is seen in front of me is not sarpa. Iti viveka. That viveka, tasya abhava. There is no discrimination. And due to non-discrimination, ujrumbitaha, it has come about. What has come about? This bhranti kalina eva. Bhranti kalina eva sarpaha ujrumbitaha. Only during that time of bhranti eva. And what is that? Yavat paryantam ayam sarpa iti bhranti. As long as there is bhranti that this is sarpa and there is no viveka that this is not sarpa, so long tavadeva stitaya pratiyate, it appears to be existent. Na ayam sarpa kintu rajjuhu iti vishesha darshane bhrantehe ayam sarpa ityakarikaya nashe badhe naiva sarpa asti. Nasha means what? Destruction means what? It is not something which was existing to undergo destruction. It was, and anyway, if it is really existent, it can never undergo destruction. What is there ceases to be seen, and what is not there, which was never seen in that manner, ceases to be, because you know what is real. You see the tattva, you see the reality. Then this apparent reality also ceases to be. So badhe naiva sarpa asti. Sarpa is not there. Vishesha darshane, when rajju is seen, rajju nayam sarpaha kintu rajju iti vishesha darshane. Once you see that this is not sarpa but it is only a rope, vishesh, that is the vishesha darshana. Bhranti, that bhrante he, of that bhranti, vishesha darshane bhrante ayam sarpa iti bhrante. The Bhranti which is Ayam Sarpa iti Akarikayah Bhrante. That Bhranti which is of the form as this is Sarpa, that Vrityatmika Bhranti, tasyaha nashe. Once there is nasha of that means badhe satyam or nashe badhe sati. Once there is badha, naiva sarpa asti. Sarpa is definitely not there. Indeed not there. It wasn't there. Tadvat aham brahmasmi iti sakshatkara paryantam. Adhisthana is what? Brahma. On an existent thing alone there can be an imagination. Tadvat aham brahmasmi iti sakshatkara paryantam. As long as that sakshatkara, that I am Brahman is not there, mula jnana janita pramadat samsaritva bhrantihi. Due to mula jnana there is pramada, mula jnana janita pramadat. That mula jnana which has is so strong that it creates a bhranti that is so strong that you see it as real and fail to inquire into it. Unless you inquire into it, it will remain. So thereby pramadat samsaritva bhrantihi. The samsaritva bhranti continues. That I am a samsari. Brahma, one does not know that he is Brahma, and samsaritva bhranti is there. Vastuta samsara kadapi nasti eva. See, kadapi nasti eva. Vastutaha samsara kadapi nasti. That is the reality. Tattva is that samsara was not there, is not there, was not there, is not there, and will not be there. This is the reality. However, one who is a samsari, to him you cannot tell that no, you are not a samsari, samsara is not there. He will say, what kind of what nonsense is I am undergoing so much of dukkha. So Shruti comes down like a mother. She says, okay, there is some trouble. You are having dukkha. It will go. Follow dharma and so on and so forth. It gives reality to this adhyaropita samsara, and then adhyaropita dharma shastra and adhyaropita guru shishya and so on and so forth till one has enough chitta shuddhi, and then slowly the adhyaropa is taken away by apavada, saying that it is not there, it is mithya. Then it has an apparent reality, it is not real. Then you, the way you know Rajju, the sarpa will go away. Similarly, once you know your tattva, all this will go away. You will know its reality, and so on till one lands into Paramartha. And once one lands into Paramartha, Vastuta samsara kadapi nasti eva. He will not say that it was there. Or a Jnani does not say. Jnani's experience is not that I was Bhranta, I was samsari, now I am mukta. No, sadhyo muktaha. I was ever free. Nitya muktaha. Samsara was never there. I was never a jiva who was limited. I was always a jiva who was Brahma, who has always been free. Rajvam sarpa iva purvam bhrantya pratiyate sma. So it was seen, bhrantya, earlier it was seen, sarpa was seen, due to bhranti, it was not existent at all. Jate cha jnane yatharthena pratitirapi tasya iti kevalam brahma matram avashishyate swarupa sakshatkarasya ajnana tatkarya sakala nashakatvat. Adhisthana avasheshu hi nasha kalpita vastuna iti pramana. So what is the pramana here? Pramana says that adhisthana avashesha hi nasha kalpita vastuna. Once the kalpita vastu is destroyed means it ceases to be. There is badha, is negated. What will remain? Kalpita vastu has been kalpita on a substratum, on something which was its basis. That basis, adhisthana avashesha, that alone remains. Once the kalpita undergoes nasha, what Buddhists think is that nothing remains. It is not true that nothing remains. Nothing cannot be projected on nothing, or something cannot be projected on nothing. What is projected has to have a basis. There has to be a desert for even the desert water to be. Adhisthana has to be there. And that adhisthana is real. It has to be real. Therefore, adhisthana avashesha. Adhisthana alone remains. That is, he nasha. What is nasha? Adhisthana remains. Kalpita vastunaha nasha, adhisthana remains. That is the pramana. And iti pramana kim? Jate cha jnane yatharthena pratitir api. There is not even a pratiti of sarpa when rajju is known. Yathartha jnana happens that nayam sarpa rajju iti. Tasya pratitirapि tasya nasti इति केवलं ब्रह्ममात्र अवशिष्यते. ब्रह्ममात्र अवशिष्यते. Only Brahma remains, nothing else was there and nothing else will remain. स्वरूप साक्षात्कारस्य अज्ञान तत्कार्य सकल नाशकत्वात्. Ajnana and its karya completely goes away once swarupa sakshatkara happens. When swarupa sakshatkara happens, anything that has resultant from ajnana, that goes away because ajnana itself goes away. Its karya cannot remain dangling. So this is the 189 shloka, 199. There is a typo here. 199 shloka. So moving on to 200 and 201, which is introduced by Acharya. Yes. एतावता अपि तद उपादेः अनादित्वात् न अनादेः नाशयिष्यते. In 194 the Shishya had asked, however it be, bhrantya va anyatha vastu, and Acharya said that, Guru said that anyatha vastu you cannot say. Anyatha vastu, if it is real, vastutaha, anyatha means vastuta astu, anyatha means different from what? Different from mithya, kalpita. So he says bhranti, so bhramena, sorry, it said bhramena. So bhramena, mithyatvena, kalpitatvena, all these are having same meanings. So bhramena va anyatha vastu. So anyatha means anyatha from bhrama. Anyatha from bhrama is vastutah. And the Guru told the Shishya that don't think that way. There is a difference. Bhramena vastu or vastuta astu, there is a lot of difference. Vastuta astu will never go. Na sataha abhava vidyate. Nasato vidyate bhavaha. So through that, if it is really there, it will not go away. There you would be right to doubt and fear also that samsara will never go away, because jiva bhava is real, because it is anadi, because vijnanamaya kosha is real and the sambandha is real and it is anadi. It will not have an asha. Okay, that kind of a thinking would have been right, but anyatha vastu, it is not true. What is true? Brahmena eva asti. So brahmena astu, there brahmena it is there. Brahmena astu, not astu, brahmena asti eva. Brahmena asti, meaning satyatvena nasti, vastutah nasti. And therefore the question which was read, etavata api tad upadehe anaditvat, since however you say, even now you are saying it is like this, but anadi it is. Tad upadehe anaditvat, vijnanamaya kosha upadi is anadi. Na anadehe nashayishyate. Anadi cannot undergo. Logically, I don't see how anadi will undergo nasha. Ishyate ityasya spashtam uttaram alabhamanam iva shishyam nyatva. Guru saw through the Shishya's doubts. He saw through this question still dangling. Even after this explanation that Brahmena it is, still he thinks that anadi is there. How will anadi go? He is still not able to see. He needs to know how anadi will go. Whatever is anadi, how that will go. Itya spashtam uttaram alabhamanam iva. As though he has not got a clear answer to justification to how anadi will go. That kind of a Shishya, having seen that kind of a Shishya, having seen through him his doubts, Shishyam Nyatva Tadeva Anudya Samadadati. Shri Guru Samadadati. He gives a samadhana to that question as to how anadi will go. He understands Brahma will go, but anadi Brahma, how will it go? Anadi you have said. So his doubt is stuck on anadi. Seeing him stuck on anadi, Shri Guru Sarda Shlokadvayena Anaditvam iti. So with two shlokas and Sarda with another half. So two shlokas plus another half of shloka, he answers Anaditvam iti. Anaditvam avidyayaha karyasyapi tateshyate utpannayam tu vidyayam avidyakamanadyapi prabodhe swapnavat sarvam saha moolam vinashyati anadyapidam no nityam pragabhava iva sputam anaderapi vidvamsah pragabhavasya vikshitah. So anaditvam avidyayaha karyasya api tatha ishyate. Utpannayam tu vidyayam avidyakam anadi api. What? No anvaya can be done unless you see the next. Prabodhe swapnavat sarvam saha moolam vinashyati. So far is one anvaya. Anaditvam avidyayaha anaditvam asti. Avidyaya, so tatha is it, tatha ishyate. So yatha can be supplied. Yatha avidyayaha anaditvam तथा कार्यस्य अपि अनादित्वम इष्यते. Just like karya anadit avidyayaha, if avidya is anadi, just like avidya is accepted to be anadi, similarly its karya is also accepted to be anadi. However, avidya is what? Vidya virodhini. So vidyayam tu utpannayam satyam, sati saptami. But when vidya rises, as in there is a rise of knowledge, then anadi api avidyakam. Avidyakam is what? Karyam. Avidya karyam is avidyakam. So karyam anadi api vinashyati. Anadi api karyam vinashyati. Means avidyakam, anadi api avidyakam, neuter, therefore anadi. Anadi is hraswa. Anadi avidyakam api or avidyakam anadi api. Anadi api. You are saying anadi, 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 it will not have nasha. Not true. Why? Utpannayam tu vidyayam avidyakam anadi api vinashyati. And how? Saha moolam. Means it's avidyakam is karyam. Saha moolam is karanena saha. Meaning avidyakam vinashyati avidyaya saha. Avidyaya saha saha moolam nashyati. Vinashyati. Nashyati, vinashyati means what? Vinashyati is, it will not come back again. Completely will get destroyed. Because karana is gone, karya cannot come back again. What is the example? Sarvam yatha, so swapnavat sarvam, prabodhe swapnavat sarvam saha moolam vinashyati. Just like sarvam saha moolam swapnavat prabodhe vinashyati. Once one wakes up, then the swapna, how the swapna prapancha, sarvam is sarvam swapna prapancha, that prapancha which is that, saha moolam vinashyati. How this entire swapna prapancha undergoes destruction once one wakes up, along with its moola, that avidya or that bhranti which caused the swapna prapancha, all that goes away once you wake up. Similarly here, that is the example to drive home the point how this the samsara will go away, karya. Basically how this vijnanamaya kosha will wither away, although it is anadi. Anadyapi idam no nityam, no nityam. And give me an example for anadi. You have given me swapna as an example, but swapna can be an example. Just give me a moment, please. Okay. So swapna is an example to tell you how karya nasha will happen. But anadi, swapna is not anadi. Swapna had a beginning because I slept and then anadi. But there also you can inquire. In the swapna, do you think that swapna has a beginning? A person who is in swapna, that person thinks that he is in jagrata. So for that person, you cannot ask when did swapna start? Or when did this prapancha start? What will you say? It was always there. You cannot tell the dreamer that this swapna is adimat. You went to sleep and then the swapna came about. For the dreamer it is anadi. So there this example of anaditvam is given. But people will inquire as to from the waker's perspective. From the waker's perspective, swapna prapancha was not real. It had a beginning when he went to sleep. So this can be the doubt. Therefore he gives another example from Nyaya Shastra perspective. He says anadi api idam nau nityam. What is that? Pragava iva sputam. Example is Pragabhava. Before the Ghatotpatti, before Ghata came into being, there was Abhava of Ghata. There was Abhava means Abhava is not complete absence. Complete absence means what? Abhava, even Abhava is considered to be something which is Bhava Padartha. How Bhava Padartha? Because it was there as Karana. In Karana Avastha it was there. So Mrud was there, that is called as Ghata Bhava. Pragabhava. Why Pragabhava? Because it is prior non-absence. The prior absence, non-presence, so prior absence. What is the presence? In the form of Ghata, and in the form of Ghata it was absent, but it was there in the some other form. Some Padartha it was. It became Ghata later. But Ghata was not there. Therefore, Ghata is called as absent, and that absence is called as prior absence. Prior absence is a Pragabhava. Prior absence meaning before creation of Ghata, before manifestation of Ghata, that absence which was present, absence which was there, Abhava, absence which was present is a wrong phrasing, but Abhava which is existent. In some other Padartha it is existent, that is called as Abhava of Ghata. So Pragabhava means prior non-existence of Ghata is called Pragabhava. And Pragabhava, when did Pragabhava begin? Can you answer that? Before Ghata, since when is this Ghata non-existent? So since when is this Pragabhava of Ghata there? That Pragabhava of Ghata has been there forever. Otherwise Ghata would have been there. Ghata and its Pragabhava have a Pratiyogi Sambandha. Now, once Ghata comes, Pragabhava will cease to be. So, Yasya Bhava Sapratiyogi. Now, this Ghata Abhava, Pragabhava which was there, that will go away, that will not be there if Ghata is there. And Ghata is not there, since when is it not there? Ghata has not been there forever till it is created. So, it is Anadi. If Ghata's absence is Anadi, means Pragabhava is Anadi, then it should not have an end as per the argument of the Shishya, as per the doubt of the Shishya. And now it can be seen that when Ghata comes, then Pragabhava goes away. So Pragabhava has Nasha, although it is Anadi. So Anadi, but Santa. Santa means Antena Savartate. Anta is there. Pragabhava will come to end. It will have Nasha. Similarly, although Anadi, Vijnanamaya Kosha will also have Nasha, Jivatva Bhava will have Nasha, Samsara will have Nasha. So do not worry about it, says the Acharya here. Anadi api idam no nityam. It is definitely not nitya. Why? Pragabhava iva. Sputam. Clearly you can see in the Pragabhava example. Anadir api vidvamsaha Pragabhavasya vikshita. Vidvamsa is there. Pragabhava undergoes vidvamsa. It undergoes nasha, destruction. Clearly, it is clearly seen. Pragabhavasya vikshitaha. Clearly seen. Anadir api, which is clearly seen. Pragabhava meaning non-presence of Ghata undergoes nasha. The Pragabhava, its non-presence is difficult to see, or absence undergoes nasha is not understood because it's a contradiction in English phrasing. Therefore, Pragabhava is not really complete absence. It is non-existence of the form of Ghata, but existence in some other form, Karana Avastha. This is how we have to understand it, and thereby it is clear. You can say that it was Mrid, it was not Ghata since ever, beginningless time, but it underwent Nasha and became a Ghata. Since it became a Ghata, it stopped to be in as another Padartha. Nayayika will say another Padartha, that is Pragabhava. So Pragabhava had a Nasha. Similarly, this will also have Nasha. This is the meaning of the shlokas. Yaduktam tvaya upadhe anaditvam iti tat tathaiva. The way you have said, doubted that is this Vijnanamaya Kosha anadi? Yes, it is anadi. Avidyayaha karyasyapi vijnanam, avidyayaha karyasyapi vijnanamaya koshaha, this is wrong, koshasya, it should be koshasya, tatha avidyayaha iva anaditvam ishyati. In the online copy, it is not kosha, it is koshasya. Kosha does not make sense here, it has to be shashti. अविद्यायाः कार्यस्य अपि विज्ञानमय कोशस्य तथा अविद्याया इव अनादित्वम् इष्यते. Just like avidya is anadi, its karya is also anadi. अविद्यायाः एकरूपत्वात् विचित्रसृष्टेः विचित्र उपाधि निबन्धनत्वात् सर्वसमस्य परमकृपालोः ईश्वरस्य विचित्र कर्माश्रय बुद्धिरूपोपाध्यपेक्षायाः उपाध्यपेक्षायाः आवश्यकत्वात् बुद्धेरपि तत्कारणभूतायाः अनादित्वम् अकामेन अपि अंगीकर्तव्यम् इति भावः. This anaditvam has to be accepted. It has to be accepted. That is why he said that tathaiva. It is the way you say. Why? Because otherwise Vijnanamaya Kosha, if it is Adiman, then what is the reason for its coming up? Then avidya being the reason, avidya karya, if it is having a beginning, that means avidya had a beginning. If avidya had a beginning, or some association of avidya with something that had a beginning, if avidya didn't have a beginning, you say no, avidya was always there, but some other hetu was there, that hetu can come up again, then there will be bandha. Vijnanamaya Kosha will pop up again. Then Nitya Moksha will not happen. Therefore, we have to accept that Vijnanamaya Kosha, that Sambandha, Jivatva Bhava is Anadi as Avidya Karya, because Avidya is Anadi and we have to accept its Karya also as Anadi, because there is no other Hetu other than Avidya. Avidyayaha Ekarupatvat. Since Avidya is one, there are no multiple Avidyas. Avidyayaha Ekarupatvat. Vichitra Srushtehe, which avidya is also called as Maya, that is one, and Vichitra Srushtehe, Vichitra Upadhi Nibandhanatvat. Why do avidya is one? How can avidya be one and still have, there are so many jivas, Baddha jivas? See, jiva is Brahma, one Brahma. Shakti, Maya Shakti, avidya Shakti is one. Why do you have multiplicity? This or plurality is because of the effects. Upadhis are many. Upadhis are many. The reflection, there are many mirrors and one is reflected into many mirrors. So this avidya is one, but these mirrors are many, upadhis are many. The sun is one or the person is one and then mirrors are many. The way the person will reflect as many. Similarly, this jiva bhava, there are so many jivas because upadhis are so many. Avidya ekarupatvat vichitra srushte vichitra upadhi nibandhanatvat. Why so much of variety in srushti? Because upadhi has so many varieties. Sarva samasya, the sarva samasya paramakrupalo Ishwarasya. Ishvara, who is ever compassionate, he has the highest compassion. That paramakrupalo Ishwarasya sarva samasya, who is uniform through and through everywhere. Changeless, uniform, one. Ekameva advitiyam, even in all reflections, he is the same one. Sarva samaha. Sarveshu samaha, perhaps. Saptami can be there. Sarveshu samaha. Sarveshu upadishu samaha. He is uniform. Tasya paramakrupalo Ishwarasya vichitra karmashraya buddhi rupa upadhi apekshayaha avashyakatvat. And since that Ishvara cannot have, who is uniform, who is non-unchanging, who is not have any gradations, that kind of an Ishvara, Ishwarasya vichitra karmashraya buddhi rupa, this Vijnanamaya buddhi rupa is Vijnanamaya kosha rupa, which has dependence in vichitra karmashraya. How the manifestation is, how that has Janma in various shariras, that Vijnanamaya kosha due to karmashraya, Ishvara manifests in some, with Vijnanamaya kosha association with some sharira, in some sharira, across janmas based on karma, which is Vichitra. So Vichitra karmashraya buddhi rupa upadhi apekshayaha. Why that particular upadhi? Why is one taking one particular sharira? Even if Vijnanamaya kosha is same through and through, why is it that see, Vijnanamaya koshas are many. Association of one Ishvara along with these manifested Vijnanamaya koshas or Buddhi Rupa, those attachments, sambandhas with Tadatmya creates this Jiva Bhava, and there are multiple Jivas. So association is with these many Upadhis. Now this Upadhi also per Jiva, Vijnanamaya kosha is same. Still, what manifests Vijnanamaya kosha is what? Jnanendriya and Buddhi. If Jnanendriyas and Buddhis in one Jiva, if you take it as same, but still across Janmas it appears different, because the Upadhi for Vijnanamaya kosha is also having variety based on whether it is a Vriksha or an insect or a human being or a Devata or a Rakshasa ityadi, across genders also. Based on that, what manifests in that Sharira alone will manifest. In Vriksha, you cannot have all Jnanendriyas manifesting. Thereby, it's said that Vriksha can feel the touch. It can only feel Sparsha. When Vayu comes, it can feel the Sparsha. There may be something else also. Details differ, but to drive home the point that Upadhi manifests the Indriyas, which are there in Vijnanamaya kosha. So Vijnanamaya kosha is, for Jiva is one, but across Janmas, the Stula Sharira is different. Thereby, Vijnanamaya kosha cannot manifest into Antakarana with all Indriyas. Similarly, you go back and trace if this Jiva, Jiva Bhava has come about to be, but you say Jiva Brahmaiva, Jiva is Brahma, Brahmaeva, Na Paraha. Then how is it so? Because Avidya is there, and at Avidya, though one, it associates with various Vijnanamaya koshas. So Vijnanamaya kosha for one Jiva, you can say one, but how multiple Jivas? Because Vijnanamaya koshas are many. Just like one Jiva associates with various Stula Shariras to have many Janmas and becomes many across Janmas, similarly this same Brahma manifests across, or this same Avidya also causes, single Avidya causes association with many Shariras, many Vijnanamaya koshas. Thereby, Vijnanamaya koshas being many, these Upadhis being many, like reflection, they limit the same Avidya limits the, as though limits the infinite, the Satchidananda Vastu. So Vichitra Karmashraya, not Karmashraya, Vichitra Karmashraya Buddhi Rupa Upadhi Apekshayaha Avashyakatva. Since it is necessary for any Upadhi which is Vichitra, so not any Upadhi, many Upadhis which are Vichitra, having varieties. Variety is not important. You see twins where one may not see variety, but they are still different. They may have very similar attributes. They may have similar bhava also. They may remain similar. One gets hurt, the other may feel the hurt, but still there is some Vaichitryam. Even if Vaichitryam is not accepted, Upadhi Bheda has to be accepted. You have to treat them as different. So to treat them as different, there are two different Upadhis. And Upadhi, so Upadhi Apekshaya Avashyakatva. What is that? There is a necessity of some adjunct to limit, or so to limit, as though limit whatever is there which is one. So Paramakrupa, Sarva Samasya Paramakrupalu Ishwarasya Vichitra Karmashre Buddhi Rupa Upadhi Apekshaya. Why a particular Upadhi? Because of karma. The karma will have to lead to bhoga, karma phala, and for karma phala, particular karma phala, only particular sharira has to be there. A man and woman cannot have the same emotions. Some emotions are really different, which a man will never experience. A woman will never experience. So there are such across genders and across shariras, definitely so. You can't experience what an elephant experiences. A tiger doesn't know what a human feels. Vriksha has no clue of what an insect feels, and so on and so forth. This is the Vaichityam. So this vichitra srushti is due to this vichitra karma also. विचित्र कर्माश्रय बुद्धि रूप उपाधि अपेक्षायाः आवश्यकत्वात् बुद्धेरपि तत्कारणभूतायाः अनादित्वम् अकामेनापि अंगीकर्तव्यम्. One has to accept it. I'm not really sure why akamena has been given here, but I don't know whether you have a different patha, but by everyone it has to be accepted. That is what it means. Anaditvam has to be accepted. Avashyak buddhirapi tatkaranabhutaya anaditvam. Its avidya is anadi, its karya is also anadi, and that has to be accepted by everyone. This is the idea. Idanim tasya nivrittimaha. How does this go about? How does it come to an end? Avidyayam, sorry, vidyayam. Idanim tasya nivrittimaha. I just look at time. Okay, we have some time. I'll try to. This is a long tika because it is across more than 2 shlokas. So we'll see a little today and then continue. इदानीं तस्य निवृत्तिमाह विद्यायाम् उपनिषज्जन्यायाम् अधिष्ठान साक्षात्कार रूपायां प्रमायाम् उत्पन्नायां सत्यामिति शेषः. सति सप्तमी. उत्पन्नायां तु विद्या means what? When vidya comes, when vidya rises, when there is a rise of knowledge. So idanim tasya nivrittimaha. Avidya nivritti is by vidya. If vidya is not strong, avidya continues. If vidya is stronger, then it will take away vidya, avidya. It will counter avidya completely. Idanim tasya nivrittimaha. Tasya nivrittimaha. Here it is the buddhir tatkarana bhuta anaditvam. Basically, how will this vijnanamaya kosha go? Karya will go when karana goes away. Vidyayam is vidyayam to satyam. Vidyayam to utpannayam satyam. Once vidya rises. And what is vidya? Upanishadjanyayam. That which has come through shruti pramana. Shabda pramana. There is no other pramana. You cannot stumble across yourself because it is the real content of I, aham. Aham, which is considered as anything else, will not be known as the real aham. Even if through samadhi one knows that I am not this sharira, still one will not know that I am Sarvatma. I am Sarvatma, one will never know, one will not stumble upon that fact unless it is shown, and that can be shown only by Shruti. Therefore, Upanishadjanyayam, and what is that? Adhisthana Sakshatkara Rupayam. That vidya which is of the form of Adhisthana, that I am the basis of everything. Anything that is having a pratiti, I am the basis of it. Wherever you see satta, I am the basis of it. Wherever you see sentience, I am the basis. Wherever you see ananda, I am the basis. Unless that is clear, avidya will continue. Once that is clear, Upanishadjanyayam adhisthana sakshatkara rupayam pramayam utpannayam. Once this valid knowledge, not only knowledge, valid knowledge means you are convinced. It is a prama. You have no doubts left. Once that happens, and prama, what is that prama? This cannot be taken away by anything else. Abhada. There is abhada of this jnana. It can never be countered. Utpannayam satyam. Sati saptami iti shesha. Tu shabdaha paksham vyavartayati. Anadehe nasha nasti iti rupam. So tu, utpannayam tu vidyam. That tukara takes away the paksha, possibility of there is no nasha, anadi is there, therefore it will not have an end. That paksha which alone is seen by the shishya, it takes away that paksha itself, an option. It takes away that option by saying tu. Tu shabda paksham vyavartayati, anadir nasho nasti iti paksha, it takes away. Iti rupam. Vyavartayati, it counters that. Avidyakam, avidya prayojyam. It has to be a single word. There is no space there. Avidyakam avidya prayojyam. It is an effect of avidya karyam ityartha. Anadyapi srishtyadi vyavahara siddhyartham anaditvena angikritam api prabodhe nidram tyaktva jagare prapte swapnavat sahamulam vinashyati. Just like this anadyapi srishtyadi vyavahara siddhyartham anaditvena angikritam api. Due to this vyavahara which is seen, srishtyadi, srishti is there, all that srishti sthiti laya, all this is, there is a vyavastha, and srishtyadi vyavahara siddhyartham anaditvena angikritam. it has been taken. Maya is beginningless, avidya is also beginningless. Avidya seen at Maya at individual level is called as avidya. At a Vyashti level, the same avidya is called as Maya. There are two names, and these are accepted as beginningless, or this is accepted as beginningless. Why? To explain the Srishti ityadi, Vyavhara. Prabodhi, otherwise you cannot say that how the Srishti is continuously happening. All these kalpas are coming in and going because Maya is ever there. It is always existent, and avidya is always existent. Therefore, samsara continues, and it is beginningless. Prabodhi nidram tyaktva jagare prapte sati. Once one wakes up, prabodhe means what? Prabodhe prapte. Nidram tyaktva jagare prapte. Once one wakes up after swapna, after sleep, and here swapnavat saha moolam vinashyati. This swapna, along with its karya, swapna and its karya both go away. Prapancha is destroyed completely along with its avidya. Avidya, that swapna is real, that kind of avidya goes away because karya goes away. After that, you know that nothing was really there in swapna. न केवलं स्वयमेव स्वस्य मूलभूताया अविद्या तया सह मूलभूत निद्रया साकं स्वाप्तिक वस्तुजातम इव जागरे सर्वं विनश्यति. So न केवलं स्वयमेव स्वस्य मूलभूताया अविद्या तया सह, not only itself goes away, but along with its moola means karana. मूलभूताया अविद्या तया सह, अविद्या सह मूलभूत nidraya saha. So moolabhuta nidraya, along with the moolabhuta nidra. The nidra is the cause for swapna. Swapna goes away, nidra also goes away. That is the avidya. Nidra is in the form of avidya, which so sushupti is the reason for the manifestation of swapna. If you don't go to sushupti, you cannot come to nidra. It is said that even from jagrata avastha, one cannot directly go to swapna avastha. One has to go to nidra and then go to swapna. Similarly, from swapna to waking, jagrata avastha, one goes through sushupti and then comes. It has to be resolved. So basically, it has to be resolved. One prapancha is resolved in another, and then one goes to another waking state. Swapna is also kind of a waking state. And similarly, across janmas also, one has to die to take another janma. So that is the sushupti. Pralaya also same. The entire prapancha is resolved in pralaya and then manifested, like swapna and jagrat through sushupti. Similarly, these how sushupti is the reason for the other two, jagrat and swapna avastha. Karana sharira is the cause for, hetu for the other two. Karana sharira is the karana. Why is it called karana sharira? Because it is karana for the other two sharira, sukshma and stula shariras. We'll stop here, we'll come back. Sakam swaptika, I'll finish the sentence. Moola bhuta nidraya sakam swaptika vastu jatam iva jagare sarvam vinashyati. Just like everything is destroyed in the swapnavastha, when one wakes up, then one wakes up to knowledge, then this jagrat prapancha also, along with its avidya, it is destroyed. This is the example and the darshtantika there. Sarva Vedant Siddhanta Gocharantam Gocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyam. Any questions? No questions. So I'll see you in the next part. Namaste.